It was nothing really.
Make it look so easy. How far down do you think it goes?
So is it just replaying the whole thing?
I'll let you know.
Yeah, it is. It is replaying the whole thing.
Whatever you call it. The controls for that atmosphere processor might be down here somewhere.
Is it literally making me redo the whole thing?
We'll have more details. This door should be working.
It's got power, right? Do we need a password?
I see the conduit seal. Whatever it is, it leads out of the room.
What about these holographic patterns? Can you scan one?
A few moments later.
But it won't let me through. Okay. I guess that means we can't repeat everything. Oh well.
Cats ahead. They appear to be fighting a Krogan.
Is that Drac?
Yeah. So let's go help the guy.
Life support is back online.
Ryder, about time you joined the party.
Hey, my dude.
That's it, kid. Keep it up.
Cora's injured!
Good one.
Hi, Drac.
That fight was fun.
You're telling me?
You could really handle yourself, kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
Yeah, we work well together. Or, yeah, you did.
So the clouds parted, and these Ket look pretty keeled over. Maybe us humans can pull our weight after all.
Well, you can, clearly. But there's a lot to do before I'd be that smug about it.
Also true.
You know what? I'm gonna ignore my gut and join up. This fight was good, and we can do it again.
Sweet.
And before you go saying you don't need a Krogan, believe me, you do.
We could always use a Krogan. We can always, always, always use a Krogan.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
Oh boy.
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder.
Great.
With current supplies, you could build a military outpost focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
Okay, opinions, guys?
What do you think? Military outpost or scientific?
Pathfinder's call, but research is no good if we're dead. Military.
It's got to be science. Our colonists need to understand their home.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself.
Oh, yes.
Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
Oh, boy. Well, well, when you put it that way, I have to agree with Liam, because if we go with military, we're telling the rest of the galaxy that we're here to invade, and that's not my intention at all.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation. And our future.
Orders prepped. Ready on your signal.
I'm gonna probably piss off anybody no matter what I choose, but...
Andromeda Initiative, this is Ryder. Pathfinder. EOS is ready for deployment.
Copy that. Outpost block inbound. And ready as hell.
Oh, look, Addison smiles.
August Bradley, operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
Take good care of it.
I feel like I should toss you the keys. Be nice. It's been through a lot.
Understood. Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
I caught that.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months.
Uh-huh.
EOS is far from golden. But now it's a producer. A real and reasonable first step. They think you did the impossible. The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible.
Uh-huh.
You proved me wrong, Pathfinder.
I kind of want to know what her game is, but at the same time, she was absolutely right to be cautious after all of those failed.
I appreciate your candor. We're all on the same side.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, and fuck you too, bitch.
The reality, Ryder? You bought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from starving. You already have a lead on something else?
The nav point from the vault.
Now it gets complicated.
Yes, it does.
The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed. But after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
Arguing is pointless. You're just as manipulative, or I can handle myself. Know what? You're just as manipulative.
Watch out for everyone. But not you, right? You're genuine.
I know what I came here to be. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then, Tan's waiting on the Nexus.
Yeah, well, Tan can continue to fucking wait. I got shit to do.
Henderson at the shuttle landing pad told me. He heard it from the pilot.
Izzy, you've got to stop listening to every rumor that comes in.
Okay, but when your shuttle gets eaten by space whales, don't say I didn't warn you.
Space whales? Oh, there's a terminal. Okay. No messages. Fair. Formal request from Darket Terravan number 28. Making the request again, Bradley. I know it's not your fault. I know she's supposed to be second wave, but I want a trail so that when all this calms down in a few years, we can get properly outraged about how long it took to reunite families. Especially once hurt during the Site 1 and 2 mess. You know, broken promises is a thing, right? Requesting the deployment of Darket Terravan W84 Crispin, Exo Studies Specialist. Reason, she's an asset that will help viability. She is also my daughter. Okay. Well, guess we're going to deal with that, but merchant! Sell all salvage, please. Oh, and the Carnifex too? And Pathfinder helmet too. Okay, hang on. Carnifex. What do I currently have? Carnifex 1 versus Carnifex 2. Give me that. Helmets. Pathfinder helmet number 2. Damage resistance. Well, I take a lot of damage, so of course. We've got a whole bunch of other shit that we could do. Minerals. Oh, you don't have any of those. That's fine. Nomad mods and body paint. No, they don't have any of those either. Okay. It looks like there's another memory fragment, so we'll go for that one. Since we can't go for the other one. Well, first of all...
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you. We're busy as anything, thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
True. Just don't overwork yourself, because if you're the mayor, that means you're the guy in charge, and everybody needs to see that you're at your top.
Let's not drive people too hard. Rough enough getting this far.
Nothing you see here came from cracking a whip. Everyone is just ready.
Good.
You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on EOS later.
In other words,
Some
there will
key
be more
positions:
side quests.
Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams Science, Falks Engineering. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
They'll never know what hit them.
The first 2 outposts didn't have a chance. It was clear to everyone on the ground.
I saw the brief. I'm making sure every one of our people is eyes wide.
Good.
You changed this planet, but that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before.
Good.
Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
I haven't reached the end of that trail, but not everyone died outright.
Right. They tell me there were staggered evacs. If any want to try again, they're welcome. Oh, and Pathfinder, this is for you. It's our flag.
Aww.
Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of our first outpost in Andromeda.
Excellent.
Make it real. Head for the Nexus, Pathfinder. Prodromos will have more going on. I'll come back later.
Sure. But in the meantime...
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Okay, and it looks like... Okay, so there's more at the research station. It looks like it's another quest to pick up, so we'll do that then. Quarantine best practices. Please remember that everything shipped to the landing pad, especially from off-world rather than sealed Nexus supplies, must go through quarantine procedures via confined observation, spot testing, bacteriological scans, and radioactive sterilization. We are a new presence on EOS, and everything added to the ecosystem will have an effect down the line. Our job is to make sure it's a beneficial one, and strong quarantine practices will really help us out. Hanley Abrams. Addendum. If anyone tries to tell me or Hanley that your shipment's a special case and you don't need to bother, you'll be running quarantines twice. Good. That vault doohickey might be clearing the atmosphere, but we've still got pockets of high radiation and bad weather across the continent. Telepresence update. Zones 10 to 12 are still smoking hot, but Zone 8 is showing a drop. Watch your shuttle's radiation shield absorption. They can take up to 190 MSB per hour, safely. Anything more, and you need to head back for a refit. And remember that if you're carrying power cells or radiological equipment, those can throw your readings off. Make sure you're as safe as you think you are. And tonight's flight schedule. 0600 to 0800 weather monitor sweeping. 1200 to 1300 geographical survey flight. Sign up early or you'll lose your equipment slots. 1300 to 1700 retrieving Team Sigma plus plant specimens, and 2000 to 2200 high altitude atmosphere orbs with time slots for astronomical survey. Yes, I know. Shut up. Research center. So we've picked up some more shit. So let us do some armor. Well, that's for 2. Oh, vintage heatsink. Oh yeah, no, I read that one already. Ooh, I do like that. Equilibrium regulator, 10% when moving faster. Yep. Electrical conduits. Weapon now fires a beam of electricity, and weapon now fires electrical projections on non-automatic weapons. Okay. Take some of that. Now back, and let's take a look at weapons. Sidewinder pistol? Sidewinder rapid fire pistol is a newly developed weapon created by Nexus Exiles with materials and technologies unique to the Andromeda Initiative and the Helius cluster. Versatile and reliable, the Sidewinder is perfect for a user with few resources to fall back on. Rieger carbine shotgun.
Don't got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky.
Ooh, the Black Widow. That's pretty fucking expensive. Okay, never mind.
Pathfinder, Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches, so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to.
That's nice and all.
I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
I didn't assign a Ket expert to Prodromos.
Then he's a hell of a self-motivator. Here's the nav anyway. Precision is important.
Aha.
Any trouble with the Ket?
Clearing the sky cleared it for the bad guys as well as us. So some uptick in hostility was to be expected. We've some tricks up our sleeves, thanks to the research teams. That only goes so far. Your expert is still out there. He'd have more current information than I.
Wonderful.
How did you come to the initiative?
Like many, I was lost and looking for a purpose. That sounds loftier than it felt at the time. I was an insufferable ass. The training for the trip was probably enough to cure me of it. But I always took things too far. Didn't know how to stop alienating people until I was the alien. See? Still insufferable.
Sounds like you left some interesting circumstances.
I miss the family, and maybe they miss me. But that doesn't mean I'd go back. I mean, we can't, but still.
Very true.
I like where I came from. It's a great place to be from. You know what I mean?
Couldn't wait to leave.
I know exactly how you feel. Couldn't wait to be from somewhere.
Like a bullet leaves a gun. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Where'd you launch out of?
The pale blue dot, Terra Prime. Big old boring Earth. I miss that wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I don't know why. What about you? Miss anything?
I miss convenience. I miss not being a hero. Stupid romantic things. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I miss the time on the couch before media loads. Make your choice, and as a B-minus rom-com bounces between satellites, the size of the planet decides how long you wait in the dark.
Your popcorn sounds nice, Pathfinder.
Another time.
Of course. Pathfinder Ryder, can I help you?
Yes, you can. But let's talk about other shit first.
Thoughts on how the outpost is doing? The planet?
Stellar. We keep it up. We'll make this world look like the brochures.
Thoughts on your boss?
The old man. He's pretty tied into what happens here. I just pick up the day-to-day scraps. Good at cracking the whip for these science types. Doesn't fall for the details. I hope he's proud. Feels like he's proud.
Anything need doing? I'm here. I can help.
There is something that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
You catalog those who died at Promise and Resilience. A grim task I don't envy. But it's not enough. The numbers, I mean, between the living and the accounted dead. There should be more.
I was thorough. Could the cat have taken them?
Also true.
I don't know. But in this matter, perhaps above all others, precision is important. Check the personnel console. I've noted some possibilities. And you're in the best position to verify them.
Well, okay then. Okay, so Secure Comm Nexus promote Prodromos messages from Director Tan to A. Bradley. Tan, appreciate the personal interest, but my people are getting twitchy with all the messages you're sending them. I'd like their minds on the job, not being under a microscope. Addison's the one I call. I get it. Site 1 and 2 are still raw for us too, but Prodromos isn't the same. No better way to prove that than to let us do our jobs. Give them space, and I'll give you all the footage you need to make it play back on the Nexus. Agreed? And a post-deployment block party. Everyone, initial setup went by the books and we're operational in record time. Be proud. I am. Now that the first deployment wave is in, I'm giving the all clear to break into the good stuff. We've got a new colony to toast and some lost friends to say goodbye to. Lights go down and drinks raise up at 2000.
I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Haley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. New galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
Let's talk about research.
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Yes, you do. Also, glitches all around?
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
Probably a good idea.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
No, it still matters.
We were all shaped by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping.
Thanks. Yeah, it's stupid to ignore our history just because we're not there anymore. And anyone who says otherwise is fucking deluding themselves. Those who don't know our history are doomed to repeat it. But in the meantime...
August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
Let's talk about Bradley.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. He was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
Excellent.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-team colonists. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
Okay, let's talk about life on Eos.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
And coming to Andromeda.
Why did you join the Andromeda Initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many.
Yeah.
I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
Yeah, because then you don't have to do any work. Got it. Victor Carson. Joseph's. I find it troubling that you think I could be swayed from my duty by an offer of credits. I understand Victor Garson was a friend of yours, but that's hardly an adequate reason to release him from cryostasis and send him to Prodromos. Beyond that, from what I hear, you two are a disaster waiting to happen. I know all about the prank you and Mr. Carson pulled on Everett before the journey to Helius. Victor Carson will be released from stasis when I see fit, and assigned to an outpost that best suits his skill set. And if I hear you've gone over my head and spoken to Addison about this, you'll have me to answer to. From Administrator Brecca. Case notes from Dr. Ramirez. Symptoms, condition, acute insomnia, and claustrophobia. Details. On examination, no organic underlying cause. Apparently suffered a mechanical failure when coming out of stasis that locked her in the pod. Clearly a psychosomatic case, but symptoms are acute. Prescribed tetravoxine and VR post-stasis therapy. Next appointment in 2 weeks. Personal notes. I'm seeing several cases of post-stasis anxiety and other related conditions. The techies solved a lot of the physical effects of long-term stasis, but we're clearly seeing the psychological effects run a lot deeper. People just aren't designed to be turned off for too long. Should talk to Hanley about long-term research initiative. We're first for a lot of things. Ooh. So this person's pod malfunctioned while they were coming out of stasis and they were trapped. Wow. Symptoms, condition, multiple leg fractures. Patient lost his grip and fell during maintenance work on the roof. Jump jets failed to fire. Compound fractures to the right leg, severe sprain to the left ankle. Patient showed an allergic reaction to anesthetic, so I borrowed August and a couple of engineers to hold 076 down while I set the legs. Application of foam cast and appropriate analgesia followed. Personal notes. Noisy day, but hopefully an object lesson to the rest of the outpost about jump jet maintenance. Patient is healing nicely, should be falling off roofs again in a week. I like this guy's sense of humor.
You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would. Wait. Oh, shit, you're the Pathfinder. Sorry, no one said VIPs were coming by.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. I'm Fox, Chief Engineer for Prodromos. Anything you need, ask away.
Okay, let's talk about your colleagues.
What are the other outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a poker game. Trust me.
You'll lose your shirt, I guess. Let's talk about Eos.
What do you think about your new home?
First impressions? We've got water, clear skies for solar power, plants to farm. The remnants are a wild card, but Bradley says you have them covered. It'll take work, no question, but I think Eos is really going to be something.
Let's talk about your job then.
What do you do here?
My team gets things going. Water, power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a flushing toilet.
Also true. Let's talk about you coming to Andromeda. How was that, and where did you come from?
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed. Hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do Viridis right, I guess. And the initiative was my best chance.
That's as noble a reason as any. Scratchpad login chief engineer Kane Fox. This file is filled with sketches, annotations, and exploded schematic views. Many are focused on a combined road monorail network for EOS, showing several different but brilliant designs. Always good to go back to the old standby when I need to think. Underneath are several doodles showing elegant redesigns of the Nexus tram system ramp. Pasted to one side are a number of downloaded statistics on predicted population growth over the next century. Got a baseline. Bradley's always good for the numbers. Adjoining the statistics is a blocked out simplistic drawings of Prodromos. Dotted lines showing expansion with detailed sketches of water and sewage lines underneath, wireless power routers, and the flow of foot traffic. Sloppy, but it's a start. Fox. Hey, how's it going there? I heard Bradley has things up and running smoothly. I knew you guys could do it. Tell me all about EOS. It's boring here, so I have to live vicariously through you. Oh, you remember that girl I told you about, the Asari? We're going out this weekend. Can't believe she said yes. Wish me luck. Now it's your turn, buddy. From Ellis. Well, that's sweet. Please help. This is the only way I can get the word out before someone gets killed. My work crew, they keep talking about the remnant breach. They think the initiative's lying about how dangerous it is, that a couple of electrodes in the right place could get the remnant to work for them instead. They tried before, and I helped out in the med bay when those remnant observers carved up Barty. But Jennings says we could live like kings if we had an army of remnant bots working and fighting for us. He's taking the whole work crew to help him this time. I have to go with them. Maybe I can talk Jennings out of it, but if I can't, someone should know why we didn't come back. Ooh.
Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the remnant.
That's a recipe for trouble.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned medbay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
I like that plan.
This definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. The sand may be from several locations. I need more data to form a conclusion.
Good. Water course repair team. Kane Fox, team leader. Lorelei Smith, water pipes. And Matthew Kinnison, the VI reprogrammer. Attachment course damaged sheet.hsm. Weather monitoring device setup. Axel Jennings, team leader. Sile Varax, Jamie Kasparik. Attachment monitoring device locks. Locations. HSM. Well, I think I got what we needed.
That datapad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings. Assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert.
Only one location matches the sound from the medical equipment. A monolith.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go stop these idiots from getting themselves killed.
No sign of that work crew, but someone left their gear behind.
I have a feeling that work crew is dead.
Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money. Once the electrical charge builds up, we'll have ourselves some nice obedient remnant.
You better be sure this time, Jennings.
If you're that spooked, go hide behind.
Lexi, found another colonist.
So many. All right, send me their information.
Did I, though? Okay, so I have to go all the way over there now. Okay.
Emission levels increasing. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I pressed the wrong button.
Strange what triggers memories. Something about that last combat took me back to training.
Voice of a mentor? Favorite training ground?
The smell of blood from an impact meant to teach respect.
Hard on you, Cora Harper.
Okay. But I have a timer going, guys, so I can't really focus on you talking.
Got them all.
Nope. Failed. So I can't save the crew.
Help us, please.
Oh, that's a new one.
Watch out!
So where's the survivor? Dude.
Thank God. You found us.
Not soon enough.
I tried. I left the data pad at the outpost. Jennings would have killed me if he'd known. He wanted his army of remnant workers. And he got it.
What will he try to do?
What was Jennings' plan here?
He thought some special electrical shock could make the remnant docile. You see how that panned out. I'll tell Bradley what happened. We'll make damn sure it never happens again.
Okay, let me see if I can actually do that over.
Help us! Please!
I'm here. Speak to survivors. Cool. Okay, asshole. What was your deal?
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Asshole.
Your experiment with the remnant didn't work out.
Huh. Okay, who squealed? Gasberick? Yeah, I bet. These remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
Because I know what I'm doing, and you are risking lives.
I have a super intelligent AI, and enough experience with the remnant to be careful.
Jennings, this isn't working. We tried.
Fine. But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder. Out here, we need every edge we can get.
Yeah, so go back. Guess we're leaving.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.